Thanks to 3 great friends, a lot of planning, a lot of money, and a whole lot of chance, we're on our way to Antarctica.
Every traveler has that dream to get to that unattainable place. Antarctica is that place for me.
After traveling the world for a year, Justin and I, we were charged with a whole new energy.
As I got further away from my old life, I started to realize that this is where I need to be. This is now my lifestyle.
One day, I hope to say that I've seen the world, but that day is not here yet. Thanks to an amazing set of circumstances, we now have a flight, we now have a place to stay, we're on our way to Antarctica.
Wow.
It's not every day you see that on a departure board. Santiago, Port Williams, okay, yeah, those make sense. Falkland Islands, that's pretty exotic. Antarctica? Huh? 2 weeks ago, Antarctica was just a big white patch on the bottom of every world map I've ever seen. Being from Canada, we're always talking about the Arctic, which is essentially just a big sheet of ice. But the Antarctic is a continent. The reason there's a map of it is because it's all land.
The final frontier, everybody says that's space, but when it comes down to it, the final frontier on the planet Earth is Antarctica.
The problem will be finding an adventure to top this one after this is done. It's gonna be a loud ride. We're flying in a Uruguayan Air Force C-130 Hercules.
But I seriously feel like an astronaut right now. This thing's about to get going, it's gonna get loud, and it's like we're going to a different planet. Final frontier, baby. All strapped in, motors are running.
We've been granted special permission to stay on a functioning Chilean research base. And after that, we'll be going on an expedition trek south down the Antarctic Peninsula.
I have no idea why I'm up here, but they just looked at us and said, "You want to come up to the front of the plane?" So we said, "Why not?" It doesn't look like a normal plane because it's so huge. There's all these dials, all these instrument panels.
It's the coldest continent on Earth. It's the driest continent on Earth. It's the windiest continent on Earth, and we know nothing about it. I think this is such a great place to end another year of travel. 2 years on the road now. It takes a lot of commitment from everybody, but every day pays off for any of the struggles. I know we've said this quite a number of times before, but truly we can now say, welcome to the middle of nowhere.
2 weeks ago, we were kind of disappointed we didn't touch down in Cape Horn. Well, look where we are right now. Look where I'm putting my foot.
We've made up for it, haven't we?
I think we made up for it.
Next stop, the actual continent, This is step 1. Step 2 will be stepping on the continent of Antarctica.
I think the sign says it all. Da da da.
No, it says Antarctica. It doesn't say da da da.
You're in the Antarctic when you see these kind of vehicles, like snowcats and heavy-duty quads. So this place is official. You look at these people standing around, they're dressed for the weather. This guy over there, you can't even see his face is completely blacked out. Finding a place to stay in Antarctica is not an easy thing to do, but we do have a room. The door here is looks like a freezer door.
Home sweet home.
This is home. It's not an igloo, but it'll do. Unpacked. Unpacked. Oh, I can't go anywhere.
So now we can live as a local of Antarctica.
This here is the kitchen here. Right now, someone's cooking hot dogs, but he's making the buns from scratch.
No de todo, casi de todo.
It's just like a college dorm, really. You got people just hanging out, doing stuff, jamming. You don't have like a storage room with more guitar strings?
No.
Okay.
It's ready.
But China's last year, they had 7 meters of snow this time last year.
You can see this crooked antenna out the window there. It's half bent under the weight of the
And-
snow.
Quite the process.
Even hot dogs are a bit of an ordeal here, but hopefully worth the wait. Good?
Very good. That's fantastic. So this is our home. Next couple days, this is where we'll be living.
The shipping container has arrived for the scientific base that we've been allowed access to stay at. So it's kind of our home. We feel the need to help out, so that's what we're gonna do.
Plus my dad kicked my ass. He found out I came all the way here and didn't help anybody else. So my dad's like, that's my boy. He's right there. He's helping everybody else. So and your dad be proud too.
Yes, he would. This is one of a few times in the summer that they'll actually get resupplied. The next time they actually have a ship come into port that has supplies for them could be 2, 3, 4 months. This is a pretty important shipment, and that's why it's a big day here on the base.
We stay in so many hotels and, you know, camping and stuff like that. It never really feels like a home. So just to get understanding of what it takes to live here, it's not something that I think anybody can do.
We've walked back up to Frey Base. From here, we're going to head out towards the face of the glaciers. So Max is going to take us to Collins Glacier, at least the terminal face of Collins Glacier, because he needs to get some ice samples from the glacier itself for his studies. All right?
Let's go to the adventure.
Today, we've started to get around the base a little bit. There's still so much to experience just in the area.
Food is really scarce here, and it's everyone for themselves. And there's these 2 birds sitting here nesting, and this one bird just keeps attacking them, trying to get their eggs. He's being a bit of an ass, but he's just trying to do what he can to survive.
So this was all covered
With ice.
in ice
7 years ago.
just 7 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Why did it melt so quickly?
Maybe for the global warming.
We were able to hook up with Max, who is a grad student here doing a lot of studying of microbiology. It was a brilliant hike, and you start to get away from the base and you realize that, yeah, there is life here. There's life beyond just humans, and you start to walk along and you see moss and lichen. How any life can survive here is a small miracle. Max is not only the resident scientist here doing his studies, but he's also the resident postman.
Yes.
You run the post office.
So if you go to all the bases, you can get your passport stamp. So I get my passport stamp here in Chile. It's the first, hopefully, of many.
From this base. And we have another one from Turkey Fly. And another one, 2 little penguins from the school of this village. And
But one more.
the last one today. Here we are.
There you go.
Yes.
That is official. Got some stamps.
2 pages of just Antarctica. Maybe a little overdone, but when will I ever be back here? Thanks so much, Max.
No.
Hey, good to see you.
All right, thanks, man.
There you.
Now they got that stamp from the Chile base. We should make our way to Russia, China.
Who knew that we could get a stamp coming in here? It's not the kind of place where you'd normally clear any kind of customs.
Justin,
Hello, nice to meet you.
Scott.
Gonzalo, Dr. Suarez. What's your emergency?
what's your specialty?
Medical and dentals.
Ah, okay.
Well, I got a cavity, so
Well, we can treat you here.
yeah. There you go.
Can we have a look around?
Yes, okay. The offices, paperwork, and here are 2 beds for hospitalization. This is the OR.
Wow.
Okay, small OR. We also use it for the X-rays. There's not been an operation here since 2005. Appendicitis. Yeah, I think it was a Korean one, and it had to be with local anesthetics. Well, it's mandatory for us to be here. We have to take our appendixes out.
So that if something like this happens, then you don't have to have it surgical. Wow.
Minimize the risk.
Jeez.
Yes.
Since I didn't have my appendix taken out, do you want to take it out right now?
I wouldn't recommend it. No. Not with me. No, not with this equipment.
Oh.
Scott, you stink.
All the sewers, okay, the houses, the base model, the kitchen, I don't know, everything, all your bathtubs, your toilets, all those come here. This pool here, it's a special soil with worms in it. Millions. The worms do their job, and they purify the water.
Scott, you want to jump in there?
No, that's something's amiss inside the tank. I think the worms are not doing their job. That's an incredible process. As interesting as it is, maybe there's another part of the base we can look at now?
This is the shitty part of the tour. Let's go see something better than that.
There's the chapel, and well, you can guess who's in charge of the chapel. It's me.
Really?
Okay?
You must have one hell of a resume.
Yes!
And hopefully one hell of a paycheck.
41?
Not technically, because we're not going to live in Villa Los Estrellas, but you know, we could. And you can see that it's clearly been changed a number of times based on the fluctuation in population.
This is not what I thought Antarctica would be about. I figured it'd just be really snowy, just these small little buildings and that's it. But these people have made a community for themselves and it's so shocking. You just don't think that this would be up here.
This family has been lived here for 1 year now.
Wow.
And I don't know, let's go take a look.
Yeah, sure. In the mid-1980s, the Chilean government made an effort to try to bolster their presence in Antarctica, and so they developed a program with incentives to try to get civilians to move and live in the Antarctic.
Kids everywhere.
It's like home.
We got a Christmas tree.
Christmas tree all set up.
So everybody knows what time of the month it is.
That.
Christmas time.
Almost 1 year. How do you feel?
I'm very happy to be here. Yeah, it's very special for us. It's my family here, and my wife, my girl, my boys.
A lot of people think that when you come here, it's just military and science. You sort of realize how this is kind of more of a community. You know, there's a lot of life here as far as the animals and the families that live here. And you know, it's really nice to have that feeling, you know, and felt like home. Ciao.
You've got so many different countries that have bases set up here. Although Chile claims this area overlaps with other territories, everybody shares this area. In the end, the treaty here says that, you know, no one owns it. In an effort to see all the international areas of Antarctica here, Claudio's gonna take us. You're the closest thing to a tour guide that Antarctica gets.
Seems like a world tour.
in Antarctic.
We are away to China. China is where we're heading next. We're now in China.
I wonder where we are.
The Great Wall
Oh yeah.
Station.
China Great Wall Station, Bao Steel Building in Antarctica. Well, and apparently they're big fans of soccer. Looks like they got the world's biggest soccer ball just sitting over there. Leave it to the Chinese to just make an amazing job of things.
Our station name is came from here.
Well, now I have seen the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
There you go. Check that off the list. Smells like a Chinese restaurant, no doubt.
I think we came at the right time.
To think that we're having Asian cuisine in Antarctica? That doesn't make any sense.
That's good food. Now we've been invited to have a look around probably one of the most updated and newest facilities in the area.
Get first to the new building. This one is for the scientific and then nutritive use. It's not finished yet, but you can have a look inside.
Okay. Oh wow. It's huge. It's going to be enormous, and it looks like it's going to be one of the best facilities in Antarctica. Everyone is trying to uphold the rules of the Antarctic Treaty. That involves leaving little to no impact on Antarctica at all. And so the biggest challenge, especially for the Chinese base here, is not just to build these fantastic new buildings, but what to do with the old ones. They have to be disassembled, and all of that material has to be taken back off of Antarctica and brought back to China in order to protect Antarctica. Sometimes that's a bigger project than just building new ones in the first place.
Here we got options games room, but we have a ping pong table and they have a karaoke machine. What else could you ask for?
That'll, kill off the old winter blues in a hurry.
Are you guys good at ping pong?
Good player.
You are gonna get schooled.
This is a new one. It begin.
Let it begin. Oh man, he's a schoolman. Man. Rally. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Another stamp, another country.
I can tell you.
Welcome to Russia. Chile, Russia. Russian penguins.
Ah, they're coming after us, the Russian Penguin Army.
Okay?
All right, we good to go?
I think we're good.
I think we're okay. All right. See you guys.
The wind has picked up a little bit. We're starting to get a better taste of what this island and, well, the whole continent is kind of noted for. Harsh weather. We're trying to, if we can beat the wind, make our way to the top of the hill here on the Russian base. They actually have a church up here. They not only have a church, but they actually have a priest. And Safronyi is going to show us the church from the inside. The church that we're in right now on the top of the hill overlooking the Russian base actually originated in Russia in the Altai region.
He have a gift for us. Postals of a Russian church in Antarctica. Yeah.
Esto es
Gracias.
house.
Yeah.
Such a bizarre building to find in Antarctica. A solid wood structure when there's not a tree around for probably 1,200, 1,500 kilometers.
They have like these chain supports holding it down because of the wind up here.
Even though we just came from outside where we almost got blown off the top of the hill, clearly it's a well-built building. Everybody's gonna think the church is starting.
I haven't heard bells in a long time, and this is one place that they didn't expect to hear it at all.
Visit a church, hear the church bells ringing. We're in the house yesterday, see a Christmas tree and the kids all getting excited. Safroni is the priest here, but he has other jobs, I assume, if I know anything about the Antarctic.
We're seeing some of his work in here. Did you see this whole thing? See, all this cedar was brought here from Russia, and he's somewhat of a carpenter. Beautiful.
There's a lot of jobs shared in order to get the job done here, in order for this community to function. Everybody has to pitch in. Everybody has like their men, you know what I mean, in the corner, and then they get activated into the board.
Alright, let's do that. We don't know this game that well, and we gotta figure this out. You need a 6 to start. No.
You really get to see how much of a unique place Antarctica is for the humanistic qualities and the aspects of everyday life that goes on here in order to uphold a base here and to have as normal of a life as possible for those who have to stay here for long periods of time.
Keep on getting eliminated, but as soon as I come to the bat, I'm back in the game, so.
From a Russian board game to an entire Russian church brought here piece by piece from Siberia. They've done everything they can to really make this place feel like home.
We are trailing behind by 1, but your luck can change real quick in the hot game of dice. Take them out.
Start to play catch up.
We're doing good.
Things are all tied up again. Yes.
No one.
I've finished all of my players are safely at home now, so because Justin and I are teammates, I'm now rolling for him.
There it is.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Finish.
A bit of a feeling of a celebration going on. It's because Sasha, one of the guys over there, is having a birthday today.
Beers, Arctic fish, and we got a little something extra for him too. So.
Here, through it. So you don't eat the whole thing. And everyone's sitting here watching me like an idiot. Yeah, it's a lot of work for a little bit of food, but again, it's worth it. I don't know, first or last time I'm gonna have an Arctic fish. Because there's a birthday, we'd like to leave a gift.
Old Russian tradition. You have to drink all glass of water. I don't think a whole glass.
Here we go.
Синяя река, за крутые берега.
This is a song about Russian motherland, about our places, about our rivers, about our man and his horse.
About nature, horse, and
Not
homeland.
It's not about
No, he likes comfort and likes my homeland.
Yeah, okay, that's very nice.
The problem is nobody knows what this song is about. It's about a horse which represents Russia, which represents the love in Russia.
To actually have a chance to come and live this life, stay here for a week has been an amazing experience, and the hospitality here has been like, oh, what is ours is yours. Most people get to visit Antarctica, and we actually got to live it, and there's a huge difference between that. And I think that's what made our trip so far really amazing for all of us, is to be here and to stay here with the scientists, with the people of Chile, and to experience it through their eyes is something that not too many people get to do.
Well, it wasn't quite nuked properly. And there's part of it is ice cold and part of it is warm.
Goodbye, my house.
Когда лег, ты мне, ветер, помоги,
Hooked up with Antarctica 21, an expedition company that charters a Russian ship to take us all the way down the peninsula of Antarctica. I can't wait to finally reach the mainland continent and maybe claim a piece of it for ourselves.
Okay, when we arrive to the ship, remain seated on the boat and we will give you the instructions. Sailor's grip to whoever is there on the gangway for you. And it's very, very nice today, so it will be a piece of cake, basically.
Welcome aboard the Gregory Mikip, which he's built tough and comes complete with a crane.
This is our home for the next couple of days. Living on a boat. You can feel the wind out here.
I imagine once we get out to open sea too, it's only gonna get worse. Oh, hello.
Come in. The love boat.
Get the f out.
All right. Aye, aye, Captain.
No love in this room.
This is the guy in charge. This is the captain. Привет.
Привет.
The weather.
As the conditions, I hope you'll be good because you receive the pocket. It's not so bad. I think it's normal.
What's the most dangerous part? Sailing, navigating through Antarctica.
It's difficult questions. Of course, it's difficult to approach to shore because sometimes not good surveyed area, for example, like this.
Will we be getting into the Brentfield Strait this evening?
Yes, this.
Hopefully we'll be safe.
You will see.
Gonna have a look at the engines. See what powers this bad boy. What does this tell you?
That's a big engine. Two main engines, this one and the one beside it, and then there's auxiliary ones back here. That's the key!
The sea is angry today, my friends. Thanks to flying to Frey Base, we got to avoid the worst part of a trip to Antarctica. We got to fly right over the Drake Passage, which is notoriously the most hectic piece of water in the world. However, we didn't get away with it scot-free. From King George Island across the Bransfield Strait, which is nicknamed the Mini Drake, for good reason, because it's known to have a lot of turbulent water, and we sure as hell felt it.
weather is not working with us right now. The weather has made for some really rough waters. Therefore, the Zodiac cannot come up to the boat. Our first attempt at our first landing has been called off.
So the Zodiac was just jumping 1 meter at a higher level than the gangway, then going down 1 meter, and it was really too difficult to get on and off the Zodiac.
It'll change just that quickly.
Just crazy. We were about to go, we went with a scouting Zodiac, it was acceptable, and now it just started increasing again with the swell.
It's up to Antarctica, isn't it?
Of course, we will try again. We always try.
I'm very warm, I can wait it out.
Let's play the waiting game. See if that window opens again for us. We're waiting. We're waiting for Antarctica. I'm getting my first real look at the continent of Antarctica.
We are a few days into this expedition. The scenery, it's like a dream almost. It's so surreal. It's hard to comprehend.
The weather's finally allowing us to make a landing. We're gonna take the opportunity while we can. The window's open.
We waited for a while, and it took almost 24 hours to get actually out in the water. We've had some problems landing on some of the islands, and conditions have been a little treacherous at times, but at the same time, it's been gorgeous.
This is Port Lockroy.
This is our first chance to get off the boat and come to one of these little islands. And when you come to this island, there's tons of penguins everywhere. That is absolutely the cutest thing in the world. First place, you won. You'll see really neat. This island's full of penguins, that's what I noticed. It's pretty sweet.
These Gentoo penguins on Port Lockroy in this area, they're in smaller numbers. There's a few hundred of them here. In other parts of Antarctica, they'll get into bigger numbers. It's a relatively small island, so there's a relatively small population.
When you're watching these penguins, you watch them and they're nesting right now. You'll notice that they'll be stealing rocks from each other to build these nests.
Time is short. We only get a certain amount of time per place, but allows us to be able to move on and explore a bit more and hopefully make another landing today while the weather's good. This is a pretty sizable island, but Winky Island has this enormous glacier here, and getting up to it, the closer you get, the higher it is and the bigger it seems.
The funny thing is this water looks so appealing. You just want to jump in, but you know it's cold and you don't even want to put your hand in it.
This is Livingston Island, so we're getting a look at our first real colony of seal. These are elephant seal, and they're one of the few ones that actually group together. And they are big.
They can get up to about 3.5 tons, big bulls. The babies, within 22 days, they can quadruple their size because the milk they drink is 50% fat.
Not the most gorgeous creatures in the world. They look and sound like a group of rude, nasty old men. Just like.
I like how they just they scratch themselves. They scratch your head. One back there was like yawning. He kind of just fanned his mouth a little bit. He's like, oh.
All right, let's leave them be. It doesn't look like they're gonna get it up to too much more today anyway.
All right, guys, work on those manners. I've seen a lot of beautiful things in the last 2 years. Everybody asks me, what's your favorite place? What's the most beautiful place? I'm getting this question all the time. Everything is beautiful. Everything is amazing to see, and Last year, we started off in our home country and went to as far as we could go north, and we got into the Arctic Circle, and now, this time we've pushed it all the way south and we're in the Antarctic. We definitely brought the right ship for this. At this point, we're going through this ice field.
We're just entering the Lemaire Channel. Just when you think Antarctica can't get any better, this has got to be the most photogenic place on Earth. The water is black and almost has like a consistency like oil, and it just has these perfect reflections of these massive rock walls, these mountains that come right to the ocean. And most of that ice is broken off and is floating all around you in chunks. It is just spectacular. All that horrible crossing of the Bransfield Strait was worth it for this. Look at that.
That's awesome.
Just caught sight of our first leopard seal.
They're very rare to see. Just on a big chunk of ice just hanging out.
The ones that are on their own like that can be particularly nasty. So it's a good thing we're on the boat and not on land with the thing. It's such a ridiculous miracle that all kinds of different animals and birds can survive here, let alone penguins, all kinds of different species of penguins. The seals, you know, leopard seal, the Weddell seal, the fur seal, the whales that are swimming out in anywhere here. Oh, look at all these penguins. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Our trip in Antarctica is coming to a wrap, and because of luck and fate, we actually made it here. It's another year in the books. I still gotta thank Scott for calling me up and saying, do you want to do this? And he really changed my life.
When I think back, I can't even remember now what the original reasons were to travel in the first place. I mean, I know I wanted to leave it all behind, I wanted to get away, I wanted to see the world. Truthfully, at the time, I had no idea what I was in for. And we all have a limited number of days on this planet. Every day that I get to see a new part of this world, I feel lucky. None of which moments, I think, encapsulate that more than arriving in Antarctica, the last frontier of mankind on this planet. This is the continent. This is the landing we've been waiting for, to finally touch down on the last great continent on Earth. This is part of the peninsula, so it is a part of the main continent of Antarctica. No more islands, this is the real deal.
This continent, no one claims it, right? No one claims it, it's all up in the air. Who owns it? Nobody really owns it. So let me just claim a little piece of this land for ourselves.
Antarctic Treaty says that no claims are recognized or denied. So, coming to a place like Antarctica, you might think that there's nowhere else to go. It was, in a weird way, exciting but almost depressing, thinking, how can this be topped? Where else in the world is there?
How the hell do you run with the camera in your hand? Like 10 feet, like, I can't, I gotta save it. X.
This is it. This is our piece of Antarctica right here. I, Scott Wilson, hereby claim this section, which I will soon mark out with footprints in the snow, to be our piece of Antarctica.
I second that motion.
Official handshake?
Official handshake? And that makes it official. Are you kidding me? You carry that around? You honestly carry that around with you?
Just in case we need to claim a piece of a continent that's unclaimed. Andre, if you don't mind. Flagpole.
Welcome to Departures continent, or island, or whatever you want to claim this as.
This might work. Oops.
For a country, don't really come that prepared, are we?
Hey, the flag was enough. After that, I just started, yeah, that'll work.
Andre's not in the continent right now, so he needs a passport and a visa to get in.
Andre, I trust you brought your passport?
I didn't.
Customs is pretty strict in this country.
It's a big tear for that. Well, the flag's not bad, considering I don't know how long you've been carrying it on your pocket for. That's actually, I'm actually quite impressed and embarrassed for you for carrying that for so long. But the Departures, the D is actually supposed to be capitalized, and I don't think there's a period at the end of S.
You haven't even watched the show, have you?
How am I supposed to watch a show when I'm too busy living it?
There is a period and there is a lowercase d.
No, it's not. It's capital.
No.
We've seen and done a lot already, and this is like the icing on the cake. How do you top this? How do you venture off to another place knowing that you just came from Antarctica, the one place where it's the hardest place to get to in this world? And I think this trip kind of goes to show the extremes that we're willing to go to, the places that we're willing to see.
That's the head. Okay. A little too big.
As soon as we came to the freight station, you know, hanging out with the Russians and hanging out with the Chinese, all of a sudden I've been inspired to go to Russia and go to China. You know, I got a taste of it, now I want more than that.
These are the reasons we're out here. This is the reason we travel. This is the reason I don't think it'll ever get old.
We put you in control of our continent. You have right to do whatever it takes to maintain this plot of land. Use force, but remember there's no military force, so there you go.
See? He looks like Colonel Sanders.
I promise that I will claim this land and make sure that nobody ever comes near. I will guard this whole place.
By traveling, my eyes have been open to parts of the world that I didn't even know existed, to problems in the world that I didn't know existed. It takes a lot of commitment from everybody, but every day pays off for any of the struggles and for the stress of being on the road. Can't have the sweet without the sour. The sour isn't travel. The sour is all the points in between that just seem like little lows. And they're not. They're little learning experiences. The day it stops paying off, I go home, retire my passport.
Чего так в России березы шумят? Отчего белоствольные все понимают? У дорог, прислонившись по ветру, стоят и листву так печально кидают. Я пройду по дороге простору